What if I told you that one of the greatest mysteries in American history involves a quiet man, a plane, and $200,000 that simply vanished? November 24th, 1971, Thanksgiving Eve. A man who goes by the name Dan Cooper buys a one-way ticket on Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 305, destination Seattle. It's a short flight, barely 30 minutes in the air. Nothing out of the ordinary, yet. Dressed in a dark suit, a black tie, and sunglasses, Cooper blends into the crowd. He's carrying a briefcase. Nothing unusual about it. He takes a seat in the rear of the aircraft, seat 18C. He orders a bourbon and soda, lights up a cigarette. A man of routine, a man of control. At 2:50 p.m., shortly after takeoff, Cooper calmly hands a note to the flight attendant, Florence Schaffner. She assumes it's just another man flirting. But when she opens it, everything changes. Florence Schaffner, now visibly shaking, asks what he wants. Cooper doesn't flinch. He's precise, methodical. He wants $200,000 in cash, 4 parachutes, and a fuel truck standing by in Seattle to refuel the plane for a journey southward. And just like that, the quiet man in 18C holds the fate of Flight 305 in his hands. The authorities scramble. FBI agents, police, and airline officials are notified immediately. But there's one key instruction. Do not interfere. Cooper's calm demeanor, his precision, there's something unsettling about it. No one wants to provoke him. Amazingly, the passengers don't suspect a thing. To them, it's just a slight delay, some kind of mechanical issue. But behind the scenes, the entire country is preparing for the first major act of air piracy in U.S. history. By the time Flight 305 touches down in Seattle, everything is ready. $200,000 in $20 bills, marked and photographed for tracking. 4 parachutes as requested. Cooper's instructions are simple. The passengers will disembark, but the flight crew stays. They're going back up. Now comes the next phase of Cooper's plan. The plane is to head south, destination unknown. Cooper orders the pilot to fly low, no higher than 10,000 feet, and at a slow speed. He knows exactly what he's doing. And then, at 8:13 p.m., somewhere over the dense forests of the Pacific Northwest, Cooper makes his move. He jumps, in the dead of night, into freezing rain with nothing but a parachute, his briefcase, and $200,000 strapped to his body. And just like that, he's gone. Search teams comb the vast wilderness for weeks, but there's no sign of Cooper. No body, no parachute, not a trace. The FBI launches one of the most extensive manhunts in history, but it's as if the man never existed. The FBI questions hundreds of suspects, tracks every lead, but nothing sticks. Cooper, or whoever he truly was, vanishes into thin air. The money is never spent, at least not in any detectable way. The parachutes are never found. It's as if D.B. Cooper walked right out of the pages of a novel and into legend. For over 50 years, armchair detectives, conspiracy theorists, and professional investigators alike have been obsessed with solving the D.B. Cooper mystery. Who was he? Did he survive the jump? Or did he meet a cold, lonely death in the wilderness? Theories abound. Some say he was an experienced skydiver, a military veteran with the skills to survive the treacherous jump. Others argue that no one could have lived through that stormy night, that Cooper likely died on impact, his body lost to the wilderness forever. In 1980, a small boy found a decaying bundle of $20 bills along the Columbia River, about 20 miles from where Cooper's jump took place. The serial numbers matched the ransom money. It was the first tangible piece of evidence connected to the case, but it raised more questions than it answered. How did the money end up there? Did Cooper lose it during the jump? Did he hide it? Or had someone else come across it, unknowingly scattering the clues? Over the decades, countless men have been accused of being D.B. Cooper. From ex-military veterans to bank robbers, even family members of potential suspects have come forward, claiming to know Cooper's true identity. Several men have even confessed to being Cooper, but none of their stories hold up under scrutiny. Either the timelines don't match, or their details are too vague. And the FBI? They've never been able to prove a single one. Despite an exhaustive investigation that spanned decades, the FBI officially closed the case in 2016. It remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in American history. So, who was D.B. Cooper? A skilled criminal mastermind, or just a lucky man who took a dangerous gamble and beat the odds?